What's up, everybody? I am hanging out with my favorite kitty, the one that's the trooper, Storm. Yep, the old Stormy. So I just went down to Bill's, left Mentor over here, and went down to Bill's and went down, said, hey man, I got a bunch of stuff for you here, and then I got this motor ready pretty much to pull, so he's about to come down here. I just listed this front bumper, the Geo Metro front bumper, on the Geo Metro forum. I said, come and get it free. It was funny as hell. This car had a stripe down the fucking, on the side of it, down like kind of down the middle, but to the right, you know? You can see where it was, and it had a number 3 painted on the side. It was hilarious riding this thing back, man, this little tiny car. And it was funny because it was an automatic, but the gear shifter was stretched out. The cable was stretched out, so you would have to put it like you'd have to pull it all the way down, you know what I mean, just to get it to go, and you'd have to shift it from first into second and into third. Man, this car was fucked up. And he told me that I would make it from Indiana back to Michigan. I already knew that most likely that wasn't going to happen, so I made sure I had enough money to purchase a U-Haul dolly, just a tow dolly, because the car is small enough. It's front wheel drive, you know. It was only $100 to tow it. But yeah, I drove home. I made it not even an hour, about an hour. As soon as I got on the freeway, forget what freeway I was coming out of Indianapolis. I was heading east towards Michigan. So it didn't take too long, but you know, as soon as I got on the freeway, man, and started getting it hot, it would like every 20 minutes, man, like a big puff of white smoke would like a big white puff of white smoke would pop out, and then the car would run like shit for like a good 10 minutes, you know, and then out of nowhere a fucking another big puff of smoke would come out, and then it would start driving fine. And he said he just put this motor in it, and he said that it just burned oil. Yeah, it burned more than just oil. I was having to stop. I hydrolocked the motor. That's what I did. I blew up the motor. But it was leaking, so I had to stop. I had to stop every like 10-15 minutes, man, and fucking put more oil in it. It was leaking like a sieve, and fucking I put just a little bit too much oil in it. And because it was late at night, I couldn't fucking see anything, man. And the light, my fucking phone, like I could come up all these reasons why I did it, you know, on accident. You know, I didn't do it on purpose. But I hydrolocked the motor and fucking threw the rod through the block. So yeah, I ended up sleeping in the truck overnight. That was interesting. And then I was late for work, which was even funnier. I come rolling into work with, the EcoBoost pulling a fucking faggot-ass Geo Metro with a number 3 painted on the side of it, explaining to my boss why in the hell that Sunday, the day before, the Sunday before, I had only $500 in my pocket, and I seen a fucking Geo Metro I wanted for $1,000. Well, he wanted $1,200 actually for it, and I got stuck paying $1,200 for it. He was firm on it, but I wanted the car bad, for many reasons. But I went out there, and I only had $500 in my pocket, and I made $700 that day. Boom. My dad was like, you're not gonna make $700 today. What the fuck? How are you gonna make $700 in one day? It's Sunday. I'm like, easily. Go tell somebody, give me $700. Nobody's gonna give you $700. I'm like, oh yeah? Nobody's gonna give me, retrospect, $700. Watch me. Watch. Got my $700. Dad don't know who you're playing with, man. I'm glad he's gone, because he's not even my real father, to be honest with you. So, my only real father is that man up there, you see? You see that sky? He's up there. He's the H-bomb. That's the H-bomb. So, yeah, I'm getting ready to pull this out, old man's. I got the transfer case shaft, the front drive shaft going to the diff off. The bolts ready. It's ready to go. Engine mounts are done. I went to go take these. I heated these up, the bolts for the header for the exhaust, and yeah, those are on there. And I'm out of PB Blaster, so that's dead. So I either got to cut those off or, well, yeah, I already stripped 2 of them out, so I got to cut that off. The only thing I got to do really is this trans mount, transfer case trans mount support. It's got the rubber boot, which is what snapped and torn and broke the spacer on the other truck, which is why I'm replacing everything in the first place. So, but this will get better gas mileage anyways. And I'm going a really, really basic route. So I'm going with, a regular standard transmission that shifts by itself. I won't need no trans controller. I'm going with an older transmission, TH350 most likely. They're cheaper to build. Their parts are everywhere. And there's Ventura. Ventura, what's up, girl? That's my junkyard kitty. Babe girl, don't go in the garage, you hear me? She's getting fat. You see how fat she's getting? I gotta keep her food away from her. What, girl? I know, you want dad, I know. Come on. So, okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to do that. I gotta separate everything. That's what I'm gonna do. So I brought the table out here. I'm gonna put the, the Nimball down so you guys can watch while we work and stuff. Right now, mostly, we're just gonna, if Ryan doesn't let me use, if one of my neighbors don't let me use a cherry picker, me and Bill are gonna build I gotta come along, and he has chains and all that other shit. We got a bunch of boards and beams and stuff. We're just gonna bring some beams over here and just go up and over and then, pull it out. And then I'm gonna set it in my garage. Once I get it in my garage, I'll separate the transfer case, and then I'll have access to the diff down there. I'll pull the diff out. I'll put everything in my garage. I'll clean everything up, and I'll list everything. Once everything sells, which it will sell it'll sell fast, believe me, it will sell fast. Once everything sells, I'll start looking for the parts I need, which Bill down the street has most of the stuff I need already. So, really, it's just a matter of doing the work and then getting down to Bill's and going through all of this stuff. Bill has pretty much everything I need to put that truck together, for the most part, and he's gonna give it all to me. So that's why I gave him all the stuff. I just gave him a $200 Power Stop rear hub brake kit, brand new, never used, 5-lug, which it will fit right on his Cadillac. So now he has brand new, Power Stop brakes from Rock Auto for his Cadillac, which are 20 times better than the OEM ones. Like, there's no comparison. So, and it's a hub kit, so he doesn't even have to replace the rear end on this car. He can just slap them right on, and he's got, brand new brakes on his back. And hubs are a bitch too in that kit. The reason why I buy the Rock Auto kit, the way they set it up and design, the system is a good system. It's a really, really a good American-made system. Power Stop, I recommend Power Stop. They're the best bang for your buck. They're the best brakes that you can get for the buck in America, in the United States of America. They have warranty. They have the greatest warranty, and they're just like Brembo brakes. You can compare them almost to a Bear or a Brembo. They're just as good. I'm not saying they're as good, but, they're also not half the price. So that's why I get them. And that's what's on the front of that truck, which I also took the master cylinder off, because the master cylinder from the 97, the master cylinder that came in the 97 Yukon sucks. I took a same master cylinder out of the 02 1500. I modified it and just put it in there. So, and it made a big difference with the Crossroads slider brakes, the oversized pistons, and then the master cylinder. She's good to go, man. Tora's good to go. She's already learning. She knows what to do. She knows where the food is. She's allowed to go in and out. I got to give her a bath every night, though, now, because she's a long-haired cat, and if she's outside in the backyard, she's got to get washed. But, yeah, she's allowed to go wherever, man. That's, She's gonna be an outdoor cat, indoor cat. She's gonna sleep with me. She's gonna be with Dad wherever. She rides in my pocket, all that stuff. So she hangs out, chills. I gotta start taking her. Where's why I'm trying to get the truck going too, is because once I get the truck going, she'll get used to riding with me. I'll be making her hop in the truck, all that stuff, and we'll be going for car rides. I'm serious, just like a dog. Think I'm joking? I'm not. What, baby girl? What? 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 Yeah. I know. This them ball's crazy, man. I love it though. I'm getting used to it, kinda. Slowly. What, baby girl? Yeah, I know, honey. Yeah, I'm just waiting on Bill, man. There's not much else I can do. I organized everything. I got all these parts. I took all these fucking just random shit. Got a bunch of extra. I listed that power steering gear rack. You know, most of this stuff is brand new parts. Got the clutch pedal, brake pedal for the Geo Metro. That's the trans cooler I'm going to use for the transmission in that truck when I put it in this week. Got an airbag kit. Was thinking about maybe finding some airbags for the truck. Running the air compressor kit. We'll see. I don't know. I gotta see. How much money I get for some of this stuff. You know, if I can find a kit. You know, it's really meant to go in the Geo Metro. I was gonna put all this in the Geo Metro. I got the DVS controller. I got, you know what I mean? I got all the air slam it, you know, valves, all that stuff, the controllers. I got the switches. Honestly, it's a lot of money, man. This stuff ain't cheap, you know. All that stuff adds up, you know. I got brand new oxygen sensors, you know, all that stuff. I need all that stuff for the truck, so, you know. Which I gotta get a catalytic converter as well, because I'm gonna be driving the truck out of state. Michigan's really lax on catalytic converter laws, but other states are not. And I'm driving that truck out of state, so I'm not trying to have no problems. So I'm gonna be picking up a catalytic converter as well, probably a cheap one off of Amazon for now. And just throwing it under there, just a single one, because I got that truck is just running 2.5 to a single 3. To a MagnaFlow 3-inch, so dual 2.5 out, and then I have it kicking out the side, so a Sun Throaty. I got a few extra axles, which, you know, well, those are actually HD 2500 axles, and I have an extra axle, which is weird. They send me the ring gear on it, which that's an ABS axle. It'll go on, but it's not the right one, technically, even though it's the same axle. But it has the ring gear. It's for a newer truck. But it's the same thing, you know. That's the thing with General Motors, you know, Chevy, General Motors. A lot of stuff, you know, is interchangeable. A lot of stuff it's always the same throughout all the years. They just like made minor changes, but for the most part, all the stuff bolts up. That's like this motor, right? This LS motor. All the older transmissions are the same. They're the same style bolt pattern, you know. It's a newer transmission, but it's the same bolt pattern. So I'm able to take older transmissions that are cheaper to build and put it in there. And I would love to have the 4L80E because it's a heavy duty transmission. I know, and it only has 40,000 miles on it. I know it will last me, but if it goes, I'll have to have another $1,500. You know what I'm saying? With a TH350, not only is the transmission lighter, like a lot lighter, it doesn't have a trans controller, so it eliminates that. So it's more reliable in a sense. I mean, we can be technical, but for the most part, it's more reliable. Mentora. Oh, you're on to me. Mentora, stop. So, and then, I forget, the cat kind of messed me up. Oh, baby. So, yeah, I got to put that in there, and that's what I'm going to do. And the 4L80... you know, I can recoup a lot of money back, and I'll be able to not only get my trans, I'll have money left over once I sell these parts. So, and I was gonna go with the 410 rear end, but I'm sticking, I'm not going to be towing anything really as much as I thought I was going to be. So I'm going to stick with I'm going to find a 373 front end and a front diff and a rear end and stick it under here. And then I'm probably going to find an overdrive unit because since I'm going to run the older, style transmission, Turbo 400 or TH350, if I can really get my hands on a TH400, I'd be really happy, but those cost more to build. But they're more desirable. But the TH350 is so cheap. I can build a racing TH350 for $800. I'm serious, $1,000, and it would be fully built, and it would be and all the old timers, they know them. You know what I mean? They know those transmissions and stuff. I don't have 30, 40 grand to throw at a Bowler transmission, or you know what I mean, or or a dog box, or anything like that. I don't have that money right this moment. So, and that's not. I would love to put, if anything, I would put an old a 5-speed in here, what they put in the Dodge Rams and stuff. That's what I would put in here if I did anything. So, but that's what I gotta do. And then the LS, I'm getting a different manifold on top, and then Bill was wondering if I was gonna go distributor, if I was going to modify the top of the motor, put distributor on it. I said no, I'm gonna keep it, electric ignition. So I'm gonna have to either go with a Phytech system or a Holley system. I'm probably gonna go with Holley EFI, even though Phytech is cheaper in my opinion, and probably more tunable and more support in my opinion. But people would disagree or agree. But most likely I'll probably end up getting the Holley. People are flying right now. The bikes are going down the Lodge 96. Dude, they're moving. There's a pack of them too. Yeah, Bill was feeding his parents and stuff, his sisters, 2 sisters, and his mom. So when he gets here, and I figure out what we're doing, I'll let you in on it, and I'll pull out the Bible and stuff. We'll do some read some passages and stuff. Me and the Bible and Bibble Bill. We'll go over some scripture. I want to see what his weird ass thinks and says about some stuff. He's gonna make me laugh. He always does, man. He's an odd one. That's why God sent him over here. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys soon, man. Take care. God bless you.